My topic today is going to be, the title of my speech is called Leo, a Relationship. And, pass that around. And the subject is my relationship with my 4-year-old grandnephew. So I passed the photo around as an introduction. Aristotle once said, a friend is another self. But how can you, in what way can that apply to a child, to a relationship between an adult and a child? Well, when I first came to Park City, I stayed with my niece and her 2 kids, Leo and Annabelle. And I'd always enjoyed children, although I never had any of my own. But I'm sorry. Although I never had any of my own, but I like kids, but I didn't want the awesome responsibility of having to take care of them. So, but I've been around kids a lot. I was around with my previous girlfriend and for most of their childhood, so I was getting ready. I was looking forward to getting to know Leo and Annabelle. After spending one afternoon with them, though, I was getting ready to get as far away from them as I could. What a brat. I said, that Leo. His favorite activity seems to be inventing reasons to have temper tantrums. But as most of you may agree, it's not that difficult to like kids, especially when they're being adorable, even if they are being a little bratty. So I found that Leo liked me, and I liked certain qualities in him. I liked his intelligence, his playfulness, and his really incredible curiosity. So Leo's on the shy side, and I learned that shyness shouldn't be mistaken for indifference. And so you have to make a special effort to get through shy kids. And I was a shy kid when I was young, too. So one time early in our relationship, when we were at the park, his mother was telling me how much he enjoyed going to see the gorillas. So I started, I noticed he was being very reticent. So I tried to break through. This is early in our relationship. So I started pretending I was a gorilla. I started going like this, like this. And he enjoyed that, and I thought that was quite an icebreaker for us. So, but you know, almost inevitably, the fun times when we'd get home and there'd be some reason for him to have a temper tantrum. So it was a learning experience all around. But Leo grew and our relationship grew. And one day, about 2 months later, my niece brought Leo home over to the house, and I just noticed that he just changed incredibly. He was well behaved. I wouldn't say well behaved, but you know, relative to how it was before, he was very well behaved. And I asked my niece, you know, after he'd been there for a day, I said, well, what happened? You know, why did he change so much? And she said, she gave me the answer, well, I don't know. You know, I'm too close to him. Maybe you can tell me. I don't know why he changed, but somehow he must have matured or something like that. So after that, we got along famously. We had great times. We went and sat in the big truck and pretended we were driving to San Diego. Favorite destination of his, Disneyland. And so we spent a lot of time doing that. And then we went down to the lake and went pretending we were fishing. You know, we went fly casting. And I remember then he got into bugs one time, bugs and snakes, of course. And then so I remember one time I found a dead snake on the road, and I was thinking, wow, this would be great. I could show Leo. So Leo came over, and I said, come on, Leo, let's go for a walk. Let's look for a snake. So we were walking, and I was, you know, looking around for a snake. I said, come on, Leo, let's look for a snake. Let's look for a snake. But we walked and walked and walked, and we couldn't find a snake. So I was the one who was starting to get disappointed because, you know, I was looking for a memorable experience with Leo. And so we were walking. Suddenly I hear an excited voice behind me. He goes, it says, Richard, Richard. I turn around, and Leo's pointing to the side of the road, and there's this beautiful foot-long snake sitting on the side of the road. And So we approached the snake, very excited, of course making a lot of noise. We didn't know if it was alive or dead. So, of course, when we got about 2 or 3 feet away from it, the snake, he either woke up or he was sunning himself on the side of the road, so he either woke up or, he did wake up or he noticed us and he slithered away. But we'd had our good experience, our bonding experience, our shared experience, and a really enjoyable aspect of that also was watching him tell his mom in an excited way about the adventure. So these are just some of the adventures that I had with Leo, and I learned a lot about kids. I learned about one lesson I learned from a book I read that I thought was very good was that you have to let kids. In other words, you have to their feelings have to be acknowledged and accepted, and put limits on their behavior. And I practiced that certain times with Leo, and I found it very effective. When he got angry, I would acknowledge his. Let's say he hit himself and he got hurt. I would say, "Oh, that hurt. Did that hurt a lot, Leo?" And then that would eventually cause him he would appreciate that, and the anger would go away. So in conclusion, I would say that a child can be another self to an adult in the same way that an adult can be another self to an adult, in the sense that they share certain values. So with Leo, of course, what do I share with Leo? I share love of life, I share curiosity, I share eagerness. I share even the fact that we're shy as children. So so these are my values and my approach to life, and in this sense, Leo is me. Thank you.